All right, we're on lesson 23 of our hands-on equations. Here we have a neat little case. We have x minus 2 times the opposite of x, or star, plus 2 equaling 5. So I can definitely set this up. I got x, but now I'm supposed to take away 2 of these stars plus 2, these opposite of x plus 2. Well, that means I got to take away 2 of these items. Well, how can I take away 2 of those items? There's nothing there. Well, that's where the old handy-dandy add a 0 comes in. Because if I put a regular x with that star, they cancel out. And if I put a green 2 with the red 2, they cancel off. So I have this. This is one of our sets, but I needed 2 of those sets. So this is what I need to add on this side. Oops. Put that in the wrong spot. Let's slide it over here. Okay, so now that I have these, I can get them off of there. So I have that on the left, and then on the right I have the 5. Remember, the positive numbers are red, the negative numbers are green. So this is my problem. I've got 3 stars and 2 of these green 2s and a red 5. Well, that's bad, because what I need to do now is get rid of those red 2s. The only way to get rid of those red 2s, or those green 2s, is to put a red 2 on both sides to make this thing work out. I have to have those canceling. I got to have those opposites. So now if I have that, these cancel off. I'm left with 3x's equaling 9. So that tells me that x has to equal 3. And that would mean that star has to equal negative 3. Now I want to check it. I've got 3, and I'm supposed to subtract 2 times negative 3 plus 2. Well, what that means is I got to do this twice, and supposedly that's supposed to equal 5. Well, let's see. Negative 3 plus 2 is a negative 1, and a negative 1. So I have 3 minus a negative 1. Well, the rule is add a line, change a sign, add a line, change a sign. So I got 3 plus 1 plus 1. I get 5 on the left, 5 on the right. That works out. X is 3, star is negative 3. So for this one to work out, the first thing we had to do was get rid of the star and the 2s that we had to subtract off by bringing in an x and an opposite 2 to make that thing work. Now let's try another problem. Let's say I had star minus 2 of these 3x plus 1s equaling star and a negative 8. Okay, well, to get the star, or the opposite of x, I bring that in. I got to subtract off 3 x's. 1, 2, 3 x's, and a 1. And I've got 2 of these. I'll clone them. This is what I got to subtract away from that left-hand side. I don't have any of this over there to take it away, so that means I need to create it. By making the opposite of it, so that I could add a 0 to that side. So with this grouping, I am now able to, too much. I got to get all this up here. Make that bigger so I can get it on my bracket. There we go. So I got my 3x plus 1s, and I'm supposed to have 2 of those to take away. So now I can take away these guys. All right, so now I have that, and I've got a star and a negative 8. Well, I notice I have 2 1s there and an 8. Well, an 8 is a 6 and a 1 and a 1. So I'm going to replace the 8 with a 6, a 1, and a 1. Well, now I can take away the 1 and the 1 and the 1 and the 1 from both sides. I can take away a star from both sides. I got 6 stars equaling 6. Well, that leads me to believe that star is a negative 1, which would mean x is a positive 1. Now let's see if that works. If I take -1 and I subtract 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's what 3x means, plus 1, and I subtract 1 plus 1 plus 1, lost track of where I was at, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, -1 plus -8. Well, let's see what we get. -1 plus -8, both negative signs, -9. Well, here I have a 4, here I have a 4. I have a -1, -4, -4. So, change the sign, add a line, change the sign, add a line. I've got a -1 plus a -4 plus a -4 is a -9. -9 does equal -9. That works. So, star does equal -1, x does equal 1. So that's what's going to happen today in your problems. You're going to have the parentheses groups in there, and you might have to subtract them, which means you got to create those zeros on both sides. Good luck.